Naushad here. In this tutorial we'll see how to do an animated splash screen within a Xamarin Forms iOS application. Our final product should look like this. So when we launch an application, it does do an animation and then goes to the main application. So let's see how we could achieve that. So the first thing, right click on your project, manage NuGet packages, and then browse for com.airbnb.xamarin.forms.lottie. Add this to all your projects, and then the next thing, we need to download this animation file as JSON format. So we get this animation from lottiefiles.com, and then you search for the animation that you're looking for. You could get free or you could pay for the premier animation you want to use on your application. Once you select an animation, click on this download and then export that as an Lottie JSON format. Finally, you right click on your project, add existing file, and then browse for the JSON animation file. Click on open, copy the file to the directory, OK, and then you add that. One important thing, make sure the build action is bundled resource. And the next thing, inside your app delegate.cs, when you create a new Xamarin Forms file, it loads this Xamarin Forms.init method, and also it loads the application and then returns to this base.finishlaunching, passing the app and the options. For using this animation, we check if there is a window initialized or not. If not, then we create a new window, and then we create a new splash view controller. And for this window.root view controller, we pass this initial view controller, and we make this window visible by calling this make key and visible method, and then return true. So what's happening here? When we first launch our application, it doesn't have a window, so it's gonna go to this splash view controller and then display the animation, and once that's done, then it's gonna come and display the main application. Also, inside this else block, we need to call this animation view controller .init method. So we need to bring in this namespace lottie.forms.platform.iOS. And now the splash view controller class. This class derives from the UI view controller, and the constructor derives from the base constructor. So inside this viewDidLoad method, we call the base.viewDidLoad method to begin with, and then we initialize this view animation, calling this lot animation view dot animation named, and we pass this JSON animation file name, which one is this one. And then we say view animation dot content mode equal to UI view content mode dot center, and we add this subview to our main view, calling view dot add subview, and pass this view animation instance. We could also define the background color of the view. So in this case, I've defined it as UI color.system.till, and view animation.center, view.center, so the animation would stay at the center of your window. And once the animation is finished, then we launch our main application, calling this UI application.set application.delegate.finishlaunching, and we pass our main application. So let's now run the code and see how it looks on our emulator. And that was it for this tutorial. If you have liked it, make sure you like, share and subscribe. And I should see you in my next tutorial.